license.
Right. Thank you.
Very good. Representative Pearson, you're recognized.
Thank you so much, Chairman, and thank you to Commissioner and to the entire team for being here. I've got a particular question for you, Colonel Perry. Look, Memphis, and some of my colleagues may not know this, but we had in 2023 nearly 100 interstate shootings, and compared to 79 in 2022. I advocate substantially for us to do something about people having access to weapons and guns who should not have them. And I know that we've increased the number of troopers that we have. I too see you all on the highways, but I am wondering about whether or not the troopers are also on city streets doing pretextual traffic stops as well.
Colonel?
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Representative, for the question. Yeah, we get a lot of texts and calls about troopers in Memphis. We've been really proactively trying to do our part to help reduce gun violence, especially on the interstate. If we can stop more cars and be present on the interstate and handle that, then hopefully Memphis Police Department can work the city streets. Hopefully the Sheriff's Department can stay out in the county, handle the county areas. That's our goal. And right now, until we get our numbers up in Shelby County, we've increased greatly over the last several years. I think we've got 15 or so people in cadet school that are going to be assigned to Shelby County, and most of those people are from the area. We're not sending, people who are don't know the area. We're excited about that. I'm hoping we're going to have about 35 to 40 troopers in Shelby County where we can take all the calls for service. The biggest thing we can do, besides just being present, it helps deter any kind of violence, but certainly just traffic violence. People, poor driving, bad driving. Shelby County, unfortunately, has had the highest fatality rate of any county in the state. Obviously, it's the biggest city and county in the state. So if we can go there and make strides to make driving safer, make everything safer on the roadways, that's our goal. We try our best not to get on city streets. Now, that doesn't mean, we don't see somebody speeding on, let's say, 240. They get off the interstate. We may end up making a stop. But our traffic stops, we try to stop people for things that cause fatal crashes. Speed, any kind of aggressive driving, obviously running red lights, impaired driving. And then we enforce things like not wearing your seatbelt, because we know on the interstates and anywhere, the faster you go on not wearing your seatbelt is gonna kill people, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Follow up?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for answering that. Making sure that interactions with law enforcement, when they do happen, are positive interactions is extraordinarily important. And a lot of folks are doing advocacy and work to limit those interactions as much as possible, so much so that there are opportunities for people to get their lights changed and other issues that could lead to potential pretextual traffic stops. And that's deeply concerning for us because we unfortunately have lost members of our community due to those interactions with police officers and with law enforcement, where they've literally been killed because someone said that they didn't put on a blinker or something like that, which ultimately became not true. And so that's just something that we want to make sure that we keep sort of top of mind. And I'll wrap up here, Deputy Assistant Commissioner for Homeland Security, appreciated your comments. It's a political question about whether or not we should invest so much money in SROs. I know you are doing a job, which is to implement the will of this body, and so thank you for the service that you are doing. But as it relates to our safety and our security of having illegal weapons in our state or being transferred, recently there was a case where an individual committed a crime in East Tennessee, actually, with a stolen gun from Memphis. And so how is that being tracked in the work that you are doing as it relates to our safety as well?
Thank you for the question. Tracking stolen weapons is really not something that the Tennessee Office of Homeland Security gets into. You have the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms that handles that. Local police investigate stolen weapons. We just don't have a handle on how stolen weapons are moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I can add. I think that the TBI holds data relative to that potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I can get them to look into it, but I think they may be a better repository for some of that information.
Thank you, Elizabeth, Deputy Assistant. Thanks, Chairman.
Thank you. Representative Towns.
Chairman, thank you.